Can I please stop? Please. Oh, forget it, I'm not taking another step. The grass is so tall. I guess it doesn't rain here much, huh? I mean, the grass feels so dry. But I guess it's better than being wet. Otherwise... Oh, otherwise we would not wake up. Get up and look like we just had an accident. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Do you normally get heat waves like this? Oh mon Dieu. Oh, I can't tell you how good it feels just to lay here on the grass. Oh. Come, come. Come, come. Come look at the sky with me. Oh, come on. Tell me which honestly sounds better. Taking a breath out and watching the pretty shapes of clouds roll by as you chat with me? Or standing there looking like a panting dog? I mean, I've seen a dog in heat before, but my... I'm kidding. Come, come, come. Allez. Ici. There you go. Don't you think it's such an ironic thing that, well, I don't know if you've done this before, but assuming you have, when you lie with your back on the ground, it just feels so grounded. I think obviously it has something to do with, you know, the ground beneath you being solid earth, you know, packed dirt, rock, and whatever else, layer upon layer, creating something that feels like it would never give way, right? Something solid and secure. It's essentially, that's what grounded means, right? Is that why they coined that term? I don't know. I don't know much about etymology, let alone English etymology. You know, as much as I may seem to complain about the heat, I really do enjoy the summertime. Don't you? Shh, shh, shh. Listen, listen. Mm-hmm. No, no, don't worry, I'm not going to fall asleep here. I think. Listen, I'm just really relaxed. You should take that as a compliment, if anything. That I feel safe enough in your company to fall asleep. Me, a vulnerable single woman, all on her own, left to her own devices and no one to save her. I jest. But do you hear it? The crickets, the buzz of fireflies' wings, that little scratching sound of crickets. Imagine them bouncing up and down on a blade of grass. It's almost like you can smell music in the air too. There's a certain warmth that summer carries. Why are you laughing? What do you mean that's a weird description? What, do you mean to tell me you can't smell music? Alright, well. Tell you what. Smell this then. So, give me your Michelin rating. Did you smell the music? What did you think? Don't mind me. I am just casually tearing up pieces of nature. You mean to tell me you've never done that before? Tearing blades of grass into little pieces? Yeah, try it yourself. It's oddly relaxing. There you go. See what I tell you. You know, something occurred to me that I'd like to get a bird's eye view of you while I still can. No, stay still. Oh. Yeah, give me your plate of grass. Thank you. I have to say, perspective really does change from up here. Looking at you above. Why? What do you mean I can't tease you? Whatever. Have it your way. Actually, no. I'm going to have it my way. What do you say? Lift your head a bit. Come on, I have a pillow for you. Don't tell me that doesn't sound nice. Your own personal thigh pillow. As you imagine what the clouds are trying to write to you. Attaboy. You know, that really does feel the best in the summertime. You know, at least in places where the air isn't too thick with humidity or heat. You know, the kind that chokes your lungs up inside. Not that kind, but the kind that just feels like a warm hug all the time. Feels good to let it go. Plus, you know, maybe it's just a bit of my overthinking self, but sometimes I think it also feels better for me anyway, because, you know, I have this inherent part of me that doesn't want to ever be a burden to anyone or anything for that matter. And so, you know, when you exhale, you release that carbon into the air. And even more so when you do deep breaths and whatnot. You know, they always say that deep breaths are so good for you, but oftentimes I just think about how much carbon dioxide I'm making. And the stupid part of my mind tells me that I'm making it a harder job for the trees and plants that are already struggling to keep up with the carbon emissions. And I know, it's stupid. You don't have to tell me twice. But my point in bringing this up is, summer comes after the spring, where lots of plants and flowers bloom, and I would imagine that I can breathe a little better knowing that there's more nature out there taking my burden off. Kind of funny now that I said it out loud. Not just releasing a burden off of me, but actually doubly so. Releasing my burden off of the planet. Or counterbalancing, whatever. However you want to be technical or not. I know I think too much, you don't have to tell me. I'm sure you do too. Tell me. My statement still stands from earlier. I would love to hear what's going through your mind. Tell me everything. Just feels like a warm hug all the time. Feels good to let it go. I have this inherent part of me that doesn't want to ever be a burden to anyone or anything. But my point in bringing this up is, summer comes after the spring, where lots of plants and flowers bloom, and I would imagine that I can breathe a little better knowing that there's more nature out there taking my burden